What's up, my friends? It is Rob from the veteran nonprofit Warfighter Made, and the following video is going to be tips and tricks on how to install your Starstream. Now, we're going to be reinstalling our Starstream on our vintage Light Strike vehicle, Flyer 22. In our Starstream kit, we opted for the Starlink with Savage UTV mount. Now, you can also select either 6-foot or 9-foot power leads that either come with bare ends or come with a Deutsch connector already attached. The mounting hardware requires a 5/32 Allen wrench and also a 7/16 wrench. Over to the stream box, you have the template that comes in the instructions, which we've already cut ours out. You have the stream box itself. Then you have the power lead that, again, you can select either a 6-foot or 9-foot lead with bare ends or with a Deutsch connector. And you have the mounting hardware, which is a 1/8 inch Allen. Next, we have the GoPro cameras with the media mod for streaming specifically with Starstream. You also have the media cable locks and either 3-foot or 6-foot media cables. You can also opt to buy 9-foot media cables. Just remember that Starstream does not recommend using extensions because the data may not transfer. We also have the RAM mounts for the GoPros, which come in a number of different configurations, and hose clamps with no-mar strips. These hose clamps require a 8mm socket or nut driver, whichever you prefer. Other tools that you will need is a drill. For mounting the hardware for the Savage UTV Starlink mount, we used a 9/32 drill bit. For mounting the hardware on the stream box, other nice to haves is a smaller bit for drilling a pilot hole, a spring-loaded punch. You have your crimps with wire strippers. We have a measuring tape that we use to center our stream box and our Savage UTV mount. We have some sort of marking device, whether it be a paint pen, Sharpie, extra wire. We have your terminals to connecting to your battery switch. We also have heat shrink tubing, butt connectors, electrical tape, grommets if you have to pass through a firewall or the roof, for example. If you want to fuse the ends, we have an inline fuse. Of course, you're going to need tons of zip ties. We also have paper tape for hanging our stencil for our stream box. And we also used washers when mounting both the stream box and the Savage UTV mount, because the roof on Flyer 22 is super thin metal, and we use the washers for extra rigidity. All right, we're getting ready to install our Savage mount with our Starlink Mini in it. We've already used our tape measure, measured everything out. We know where we want the center to be, and we've double checked underneath to make sure we have no cross bracing or any electrical wires that we're getting ready to drill through when we're going to install this. So I have my Savage logo right here. I'm going to flip this thing upside down. The Savage logo is going to be in the direction of travel. I'm going to go ahead and take my marking device and mark where I want this to go. Then I'm going to go ahead, drill my holes, and install my power wire. And once my holes are drilled, I'm going to go ahead and mount everything up, ensuring that my power wire is installed, because once you tighten everything down, you're not going to be able to connect your power cord. There's a little tip for you. All right, now we're going to go ahead and place the stream box. Starstream recommends that you put it on the ceiling of your vehicle where it's out of the elements, but also where you can easily reach the on-off button. Remember, you're live streaming. There might be something that you come up across that doesn't need to be broadcasted out to the world. So you can just simply come up and hit the on-off button and turn your stream off. I've connected my media cables for my GoPro cameras. And the reason why I did that is because as I'm test fitting this, I want to make sure that those cables aren't in the way, getting pinched or anything of that nature. Once I have the stream box in a position I want, I'm going to make a reference mark, and then I'm going to take my stencil with a little bit of painter's tape and put it up there using that reference mark. And then I'm going to use a spring-loaded hole punch to make my marks. Once that's done, I go ahead and take my drill bit, drill my holes, and use the 1/8 Allen wrench to mount the hardware to the stream box. Once you have the stream box installed, then we're going to go ahead and run the power wires, and we're going to run the camera wires. Of course, you want to run those in a manner that they're not going to get pinched, cut, rubbed on something. You can use the zip ties, or you can use Velcro ties to secure all that stuff out of the way. What also makes the Starstream amazing is we like to put our cameras one forward facing the driver co-driver, and one right here center where it basically looks over the shoulder. You can see the driver and the co-driver, but you can see all of outside as well. And what makes this exceptional for is showing your sponsors some love. So you can strategically place some of their stickers and decals in an area, so the whole time somebody is watching your Starstream, your sponsors' logos will be there. Like, for instance, we have our Starstream sticker right here, front and center. Okay, in your kit, your ram mount will come with 2 different sizes of hose clamps. You pick the one that's right for your cage, and this Nomar strip that comes in the bag, all you're going to do is undo the hose clamp using your 8mm socket. Slide that strip over your hose clamp. Take your ram mount, place it approximately where you want it. Then we're going to bring that around. And again, using that 8mm socket, we're going to tighten this up. Okay, now we have this mount in place. We have our GoPro camera with our media cable attached through the media lock. Just going to go ahead and set this into place. Tighten that down. And then we will run this cable and make sure it terminates to the stream box. All right, we've already installed our other ram mount for our GoPros. I have the GoPro here with a hot shoe mount on it, and basically you're just going to attach the media cables. The media cables are through the cable lock. Now it's just a matter of attaching the hot shoe to the ram mount. Again, it's Rob from the veteran nonprofit Warfighter Made with my service dog Ronan. Thank you for watching this video. Hopefully you got some stuff out of it. If you need any more information or order up some extra product, go to starstream.pro. And if you want more information on Warfighter Made, look up warfightermade.org. Thanks again.